Hey guys, it's Kim from Dodges and Daisies, and welcome to or welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do something different that we haven't done on here. It's something that I do a lot on Instagram, but I haven't done yet on YouTube, and that's happy mail. So far YouTube has just been journaling. Journaling is my favorite thing to paper craft, so I've just kind of been concentrating on that. But today I thought I would take a break and do something just kind of fun and different than what's been on the channel so far, and that is my second love of snail mail. I love snail mail. It's such a happy thing. So today we're just going to be packing. I'm not going to be designing the envelope or the pocket. Those are done already. I'm just going to be packing a happy mail with you. So for the pocket, I just wanted to explain quickly what I did. A lot of times when I'm sending happy mail, I like to keep things simple. I know that's a shock to you guys. I'm always talking about my love of simplicity in crafting. So I just wanted to explain what these little pockets were. They're very easy to put together, but I also think they're really cute. And I like how they showcase what's inside, like the ephemera that you pack, because most of it's visible. So all they are plain cards. You can find these in any local craft store like Michael's or AC Moore or Joann's. Normally they come in packs of like 25 or 50, and they're just an envelope and a card, and all I do is I normally decorate the envelope any way that I'd like, and then I just simply tear the card itself, and I add some tape to the edges to make it a pocket, and then I like to just hide the tape because I don't think it looks as pretty. So what I normally do is just collage over the tape so you can't see it, but I do feel like the tape on the outside does give us some more room on the inside. Feel free to also use tape inside so you can't see it at all, but I normally just layer over it. And then I just decorate the pocket with some cute ephemera or cutouts or stickers or washi, and I stuff everything inside. In the end, I tie it with twine usually, or some other kind of bow or fiber, and seal it with a wax seal. That's why I always leave just a little bit in the center for the wax seal. And these are just really simple and easy to make, but just fun, just cute little crafts. So this is going to Amber from the account Dear Miss Darcy. She also is from the account Pemberley Paper Co., which is her business. Amber is one of my favorite Instagrammers. She has just such a cute account. Everything is always just happy and girly and fun. She's just a really sweet, kind, upbeat person, and she makes really beautiful wax seal sets in her account, Pemberley Paper Co. That's also her Etsy shop, but I'll list everything here and at the bottom in the description. But we decided to do a Galentine's Day swap, so this is my swap to her, and I just kind of wanted to pack a swap with you guys just to show you what I normally stick into things. A lot of times on Instagram, I will just post like the finished products, like the envelope and the little pocket, but really rarely do I ever show what I put inside. So today I thought I'd take you guys kind of behind the scenes and let you see what I actually put in these little pockets. And this is similar to what I put in my Patreon mail, my pen pal letters, swaps that I do. I tend to, do very similar things, but today is a Valentine's Day theme, so we're gonna have some really specific and fun Valentines things to stick in these pockets. So first and foremost, what I want to say is that I do try, if I'm doing a swap with somebody or I'm sending it to a specific person that I normally mail to or a pen friend, I try to cater to their likes. So Amber has a very peachy aesthetic to her page. A lot of the colors that she uses in her crafting are very like peachy or pastel, just kind of like light, girly colors. So I tried to choose in the book pages that I was going to send to her just images that kind of had that same kind of color scheme that I normally see her edit in, because I thought that that's something that she would enjoy. So I do have just some vintage floral pages that I'll be sticking in here that, like I said, I did feel like would fit with her crafting style. I also did some cutouts from that same book with that same color scheme. I think it's fun to send over full pages. They're really useful if we're making journals, but I also think it's fun to send over cutouts because we kind of take the work out of it for people if they just want to use the flowers or, you know, botanicals themselves. So both the cutouts that I'm sending her and the book pages all kind of have colors that I've seen her use a lot, and I'm just hoping that she'll enjoy these. I always send vintage book pages whenever I do any kind of happy mail. Normally the books that I send are really, really old books. This one is from a book about costume, and I just thought that was interesting. It's just something I kind of felt like was up her alley because she's very into like Regency era things. Her name is Dear Miss Darcy. I know that she is a Jane Austen fan. This is talking about, you know, costumes in England and in the United States, and I just thought that was kind of fun. Vintage book pages are just such great collage tools. You guys know that I, you know, stick them a lot of times behind my projects, so they're just really fun things to stick in. And normally what I do with these is I just fold them in half, and that usually becomes the base layer of my little pocket. And so we're going to start off with that. I also have from the same book vintage book pages, but these have some illustrations on them. So this one is talking about women's hairstyles. It has this really pretty image there. We have more women's hairstyles, and that just reminds me so much of like the Jane Austen era, that hairstyle. I just love it. So it just made me think of Amber when I saw it. This also just looks like it came out of a Jane Austen novel. Just loved that illustration. And then there were, you know, actual pieces of clothing and styles from, you know, it might not be that exact era, but similar. And I just felt like that kind of fit her personality and might be something that she enjoyed. So these are just regular wording collage pages. These are pages that are kind of a little bit more specific with some illustrations that I thought she could use. And then these vintage pages were all just kind of really bright, fun floral pages that I just thought were really pretty. Like pages like this, that the florals are just this big. You can use them in journaling. You can use them in home decor. You guys know that I really love hanging you know, vintage pages on walls. You can see like the birds that are in front of me are just a big part of my decor. So, I mean, you could even frame something like these. They're just really versatile. You can craft with them, you can decorate with them, you can use them for mail. They're just, I think, fun things to send over and to have. So next we'll move on. These are blank postcards. I always like to send over a couple of blank postcards just because I feel like we all mail so much and we do spend a lot of money on our supplies. So it's nice sometimes to receive things that we know that we can send out that we didn't have to buy ourselves. I know that Amber is really into tea, that she loves vintage teacups, and she actually like goes to high teas, and she's a girl after my own heart. I collect vintage teacups too. So both of these roses were actually tea roses. It says tea rose and tea rose, and I just thought that was a cute little detail that maybe she might notice. And also the color scheme kind of fit her too, I thought. So those were just kind of romantic with a little bit of nod to her tea loving. Because it is a Valentine's Day swap, I added in some doilies, not too many, but we have these 3 are hearts and this is just a circle, but I just feel like these are really always useful and helpful to have during this time of year to either put on your mail or put in your journals. They're just good to have. As I build my folders, you'll see a lot of things I'll stick in the middle, I'll stick in the back, I'll stick in the front. I usually do that to create kind of an aesthetic, like how I want it to look when somebody opens it. So if you see me sticking things in the back, it's not that I think they're less important, it's just that I'm kind of trying to build a palette of what somebody will see when they open this up. The next thing that I have these are actual vintage Valentines. So these aren't reproductions. I actually sell them in my shop. You can find my shop at dodgesanddaisies.com. I do sell a lot of vintage ephemera in my shop, and one of the things that I sell, or actually one of my most favorite items that I offer, are vintage Valentines from the 1980s and 90s. So these little Care Bears and these Teddy Hugglesby and this little mermaid are all actual vintage Valentines from that era. Sometimes you can find the date on them, sometimes you can't. These you can. The Care Bears say 1987, so you can see how old they are. But I just love them. They remind me so much of, in elementary school when it was Valentine's Day, we would all put like little handmade mailboxes on our desks, and everyone would, buy these little cards at the store and fill them out to everybody that was in the class, and then we'd all drop them in little mailboxes, and at the end of the day we'd open them, and it's such a warm memory for me. It's one of the reasons why I love Valentine's Day so much, is because just every year in elementary school we would do this, and I would come home with just this pile of these little tiny envelopes and this little mail, and it just meant so much to me. I think it's one of the reasons I love snail mail so much. So I included, these are the original envelopes that went with these. So some are cute with little hearts and some are just tiny little envelopes. She definitely doesn't have to use them with the Valentines, but you could use them for just storing ephemera or little journal pockets. And then I know Amber likes teddy bears. She's been doing like a series of teddy bears with her wax seal stamps lately, and I just try to notice like on the accounts of like what people enjoy, things that are special to them. So I have quite a lot of vintage Valentines. If you do buy the ephemera pack in my shop, you'll see that there's a ton more. There's Muppets, there's Cabbage Patch Kids, there's California Raisins, there's, Anastasia, anything from that era that you could think of. I try to just stick in these packs to make them just really fun and nostalgic. But for Amber specifically, I know, like I said, she likes teddy bears, so I stuck with the Care Bears and the Teddy Hugglesby. I really love this one because there's like a mailbox in it and she's a snail mailer. And then I know that she has red hair, so I thought sticking an Ariel in there might just be like a fun, cute thing to do with that. I know when I was younger, I loved the Little Mermaid. So I might stick these on the side just so they're sticking out. They're just adorable, but we can still kind of see the rose, and we're just kind of building the experience of when you first open the letter, what you see. These are also from my shop. They are stickers, but I believe right now I just have the printable version available, but they're just vintage images from winter. I thought they were just kind of romantic and fun. They were in a Christmas printable pack that I had, but these are not Christmas themed, they're just kind of winter themed, and I just thought, you know, we're still in the middle of winter and these are just kind of romantic and pretty, and I just thought they would be cute to stick in a Valentine's Day package. Next up, these are non-vintage items, but they are reproductions of vintage items, and these are from the Bostonbaglady. Again, I will list her description, her Etsy shop, and her Instagram account down in the description, but she's one of my most favorite Etsy shops. She basically scans real vintage Valentines, but then makes them into stickers. And I'm just gonna fix this little guy right here because he seems to have a little problem with the cutout, but there we go. And I am just a fan of vintage Valentines in general, so when they can be made easy like this, just you don't feel badly about, you know, if something's a reproduction, like sticking it on an envelope or in a journal page, you're not worried about ruining it. And stickers are just such easy, fun things to use that I bought like a whole bunch of these to share with swap buddies and pen pals, and also to stick in my Daisy tier Patreon mails. So on Patreon, my Daisy tiers are the ones that get packages like this every month. And I just, like I said, bought a bunch because I thought for all three of those reasons, those could just be fun to stick in there. These are vintage playing cards, another really favorite item of mine to both send and receive. And I chose just kind of reds and cute little cats, and I thought she was kind of precious. But just, you know, that kind of red, pink, floral theme for these. I have quite a, you know, a large collection of vintage playing cards. I do use them a lot. I have some that I've just saved because I adore them, but I do enjoy, you know, buying extras to send to people because I think they're really great collage tools and just fun if you're into paper crafting. They're fun ephemera pieces to have. I'm going to be giving her a piece of that measuring tape that I use so much. I know that I find it really useful as a collage tool, so I like to share just little pieces of that with other people. I had set aside in my vintage stamps just a bunch of purple and pink and reds and just things that I thought could, you know, just be kind of Valentine-y. I know that I've been using them personally a lot in my crafting. They're just good to have during this time of year as collage tools. So I'll just take, you know, a few purple and pink and red stamps and I'll just kind of stick them in here for her. And last but not least are the cutouts. So I'll usually stick cutouts in the front because if they can poke out at all, it just looks kind of fun to see the flowers poking out. So I didn't even realize that some of these had fallen as I was talking. I think I get so excited over Valentine's mail, I don't even realize what I'm doing. This really is just my favorite time of year to send mail and make journal spreads. Like, I just think it's so fun. And I just get so excited over how romantic and cute everything is. For somebody like me that's just very into like neutral colors like browns and greens, and that's kind of what I craft with the most. I'm like a very simple, like earthy person. I just love going all out on Valentine's Day. I love using the pinks and the reds and just things I don't normally use. I'm not somebody that, normally uses like a teddy bear in something that I'll send, but this time of year, give me all the Care Bears and all the Teddy Hugglesbees, and I'm just so into it. So yeah, I think it's fun. I think it's fun for us to allow ourselves just to be like kids again and just enjoy things in just a really fun, not serious way. So I always, when I make these little packets, attach them with some type of twine or fiber, just because I feel like in the mail things get really bumpy, and I like to just keep them kind of together, just their extra layer of protection as they go out in the mail. This will be going cross country, so I don't mind that little extra layer of kind of protection, keeping it, safe. And yeah, tie it with a little bow. What I normally do now, and I'll probably do off camera and then come back to you guys, is I will put a wax seal there. Not a pre-made wax seal. I do use a lot of pre-made wax seals, but for this I really want to very strongly attach the twine to the card itself, so it kind of really just holds things in there. So I will be making a wax seal and stamping on top of it, and then I normally take a piece of washi and just make sure that doesn't move. I'll attach the washi there. So I will go do that and I will be right back. But this is what things are going to look like, and I hope that she feels the love put into this and the thought put into it, because like I said, there's definitely things I enjoy that I put into each and every mail that I send out, but I also try to keep in mind the person that I'm sending it to, and just kind of things they enjoy, their color schemes, things that they might have mentioned to me. So fingers crossed she enjoys this, and I definitely enjoyed putting it together for her. So I will be right back. I will finish this off, and then you guys can see the final product. So welcome back. I did finish just attaching the twine to the card. These wax seals, because they're not pre-made, they don't always look perfect. They can be a little messy, but the purpose behind them really is just to attach the twine that kind of holds everything together. It's more of like a safety in mailing, but I kind of like the messy wax seal look, honestly. It kind of looks old-fashioned to me. And all I did was I used a heart wax seal and then just took a paint pen to kind of just emphasize the heart a little bit. Like I said, I do put just a piece of washi tape on the back just to kind of secure it a little more. I chose just, like a pink blossom washi tape just to kind of continue with the Valentines, Galentines theme, and just making sure everything kind of fits in here. And then I will stick this with a little note into the envelope. This envelope I definitely made a little bit more modern looking, just because I feel like she does tend to craft with a little bit more modern looking things. I chose a cutout from Ploy Pisco Letters. I will link her below too. As you guys know, I absolutely adore her artwork. And yeah, I've been using her cutouts quite a lot because I just think they're so beautiful. And we have a mixture of modern, vintage, the new love stamps, which I absolutely love. And again, this is a mixture of modern and vintage as well. And I just hope she enjoys it. It's always fun to do a collab with someone or a swap with somebody, especially somebody that you're friendly with, but you might not be like pen pals with. It's just fun to send like holiday mail or themed mail or swap mail sometimes. So I hope you guys had fun packing this with me. I hope that you had fun seeing what was inside the little envelopes that I normally post, but don't really post like what is inside of them. It was fun sharing with you guys, and maybe if you enjoyed this, I'll do this again. Like I said, my Patreon mail looks like this, my pen paleters look like this a lot of times, and a lot of times my swap mail looks like this. It's just, I don't know, I just find like these little pockets just cute and fun, and just you can kind of fit a whole bunch of stuff in there, and it's just a fun way to send over mail. But thank you guys so much for watching. Are you making Valentine's mail? Are you making Galentine's mail? Let me know. Let me know if there's anything that you like to include. I'd love for some new ideas. And like I said, if you are interested in the vintage Valentines or the stickers, they're both available in my shop at dodgesanddaisies.com. I also sell ephemera packs that look just like this. There's a Happy Mail ephemera pack that's a mixture like this one of vintage and modern goods. And there's a pack that's only vintage goods. Both look just like this in these little pockets, and both you can find in my shop. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day or night wherever you are. If you did enjoy this, I would love it if you gave it a like. If you're enjoying my channel, I'd love it if you subscribed. But like I always say, whether you subscribe or not, or like or not, I just appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate you crafting with me, and this channel's still so brand new for me, but oh my gosh, I've been having so much fun with it and connecting with you guys and just sharing some craft projects. So have a great rest of your day, and I will see you soon.